Welcome back. Today of the day. Today we have some more days for your day. And now the third month, which we already established. But you know, I did a thing. I assume it's readable. It might not be because of glare. It's join the flock. So we'll join the flock on that wall. We'll change the wall on that wall. Try and get it in shot. But we got some days for your day today. Let's get into those days right about nowish. First day is National Old Stuff Day, which is a bit vague in its entirety. But I am using it to bring up a topic that has come up today, which is modern television's inability to remake things. Western modern television's ability to remake things. And I specify that because of Ninja Warrior. Because Ninja Warrior is a very set format. It's not complicated. It's the same, like they changed the actual events, but it's a consistent format show to show that you all have managed to fuck up. And I thought, okay, and same with the Masked Singer. I'm pretty sure the original Asian Masked Singer, easy for me to say, is not a singing competition. It's someone comes out, sings, people try and guess who it is, person is revealed, ha ha ha. It's part of a variety show, I think. I don't know. All I've seen is that one clip with Ryan Reynolds being on the original series. But yeah, America and subsequently the UK have managed to fuck that up. And I thought it was just the adaptations of foreign TV shows, but no, they've brought back Ready Steady Cook, and they've got a man with a plastic face who's very annoying, and I'm pretty sure is a psychopath. I'll elaborate on that in a second. They've got a set that's far too bright. Don't use whites and high levels of lights and high contrast and stuff like that because it just whites out the camera. I don't do a lot with things, and I've got glasses to deal with, which are almost always a problem because it means I get whatever light source reflecting in them. And that's always going to be the case, but that's just because I wear glasses. You're professionals. You should know that this is good. Like, that show's too bright. That set's too bright. It's too bright. It's too bright. Anyway, back to Rylan Clark being a psychopath. Hashtag Rylan Clark is a psychopath. Hashtag Rylan is a psychopath. How did he get where he is? He hosts so much shit, yet he is an annoying plastic-faced piece of shit. This is just me shitting on Rylan Clark for like a minute and a half. Just don't worry about it. Yeah, he's all of these places, and he keeps getting more and more jobs. And the only explanation I can think of is he is a psychopath. Even then, I have an argument against my own argument because he's not charismatic. At least I don't find him charismatic. And if someone does, then I'm gonna hold by my statement. Ryland is a psychopath. Hashtag Ryland is a psychopath. Moving on. National Banana Cream Pie Day makes me so badly want to have someone here to get a tin, like just not even a proper pie case, just the tin part. If it is a pie base, sure, that'll work too. Fill it with like a bunch of cream and just straight in the face. Or have someone to come off camera to be put in my face. Either way, something to do the joke. Okay, probably not to me because of glasses. But yeah, comedy. That would have been funny. And also kind of tie into the old stuff day because old school slapstick. But no, I don't have anyone here. I don't have a pie case. I don't have cream. Also banana cream. I did a lewd joke yesterday. You can fill in the lewd joke today. Let's just move on to the next day. Just go on. Just go ahead. National Read Across America Day, which I tried my best to write as it's written online because there's no space between America and day. This also is apparently Dr. Seuss Day. That's good that those two things are tied together for whatever reason. I don't think there's a direct connection, but if there is, there is. Both of these things are good. If you're the type of person who is interested in reading, go and read. And if you're not, or if you are a child, go read some Dr. Seuss, because Dr. Seuss is great. I've got no other comment. Move on. Finally today, a very serious one. World Teen Mental Wellness Day. We are increasingly getting into a society of awful mental health, and to a degree that's not stoppable. But there's so many things we can do as a society to make it not as shitty. My mum, as I've mentioned in previous videos, works with a lot of schools. And even before they get into high school now, actually the high school isn't as bad, or actually isn't as bad as one of the other schools, the school she does the crossing for, because they get pressured so much and put so much importance on tests that honestly don't matter in the long run. Like, they get pressured for SATs. They were doing SAT marks for months. I think they still are, but don't quote me on that. And they've not needed to, because not only is it not that important, but doing mocks and doing mocks and doing mocks doesn't help. Honestly, I got awful grades when it came to when it came to college. Not because of pressure, not because I'm not trying, because I don't do exams well. And that's a whole other different problem. But you got to think of all these people that are like me that can't handle the exam environment. I don't do silence. I get annoyed most of the time if there's not noise going on in general. Like, I will throw on my Spotify playlist or throw on some random ASMR video just so there's background noise, because silence is awful. People actively go and watch the same things on Netflix over and over again just to nap to, because we live in a society that doesn't like silence. And then you're then trapping a whole bunch of people in one room, making it silent. It's not good for mental stability. The stress of it, that situation, and all these other things are not good for mental health. Parents, for the love of God, put yourself in a position where your kids feel like they can talk to you about things. The more barriers you put up, even if you're putting them up inadvertently, are gonna cause problems in the future. If your child does something wrong, do not put them in a position where they feel like they can't tell you, because it can really cause problems. Don't be homophobic or around your children, because you never know. Not homophobic or transphobic or anything like that, because you'll never know. And don't be one of those parents that kick out your child just because they're gay, or because they're bi, or because they're trans, or whatever. You don't have to be accepting of the culture, but you kind of have to be accepting of your child, no matter how they come out. And in the same vein, your child is not a god. I'm a god. Your child is not a god. I know gods. I am a god. Your child is probably not a god, statistically speaking. They're not royalty, and even if they are royalty, they don't deserve better than everyone else just because they're your child. And in the same vein, while we're talking entitled parents, your child doesn't owe you anything, and you do not have absolute control over your child, especially now that, as we're, again, this is mostly talking about teens, especially talking about teens. Compromise is fucking important. And there's a thin line between being in charge and laying down the fact that you were in charge and bullying your child and giving them a complex. Because you'll be surprised how many little things throughout adolescence, and especially during teenagers, because again, especially with teenagers, because puberty and hormones and all of this shit that makes life even worse. Like, and the fact that this is the time of their life that they start slowly learning how awful life is. Don't be the reason your child gets a complex. Anyway, I could go on forever about this topic, because mental health is something that I am quite passionate about, and it's very much one of the things, like being more careful about mental health and being better situated for mental health is very much one of the things that I feel is in my change the world bracket. Speaking of which, subscribe, join the flock, spread the flock. Again, I'm not sure how clear it's going to be on camera because the viewfinder's definitely not high enough quality, but you should be able to read it. It's in black and Sharpie. Change the world for the better. Embrace the chaos. It is inevitable. And I will see you tomorrow. Ta-ra.